Hi all. Alright, so can anyone please confirm? Sorry, can anyone please confirm is my voice is audible and if everything is okay, like the video, the voice, and yeah, let me know if it's buffering. Let me just wait for people to come in. I think I might be delayed a little bit. Hi Yvette. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. Alright, so hi everyone, welcome to the live reading. So this is a free live reading, one question, free one question reading for the subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, yeah, the live is free, but the donation, whoever would like to donate, will be prioritized and will jump into the list. So I really appreciate. For those of you who are waiting to get a free live question, to be patient, I would really appreciate that. And what else am I forget? I think that's it. All right. So, oh, and one more thing here for the live, sorry, for the free question, I'm not going to do any list. So just post your question and like try to not spam the chat. Just post the question and be patient. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so let's start with the donation first. I've got Amelia here and then Asia and then okay, I'm just going to okay, yeah, let me just update it the donation list. And Amelia, you can please post your question. Okay, Ashley and Natasha, I've got it. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I really appreciate all of you here. And please kindly be patient while for those of you waiting for a free question, because I'm going to go by the donation list first. And I hope everyone is doing good with this new moon. And oh yeah, once again, I'm so sorry if there is like some noises on the background. I waited to go on live because of the rainstorm, but it's still going on. So I'm so sorry if it's a little bit noisy on the background. Okay. Yeah, Amelia. Whenever you are ready, you can post your question. Okay, so Amelia, how is he feeling about reaching out? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the first thing that I've got coming up for you, I mean, like for him here, Amelia, I'm getting a very strong baggages, like burden and baggages coming up from him here. And when I checked on what is going on, I've also got the tower, the nine of wands, and then the two of wands energy coming up here. I won't say stuck because it's not really like that he's stuck. How do I say it here? There is definitely something going on with, I mean, like surrounding himself, I would say here, because the tower woman is definitely like a huge energy happening to him at this point of time, like that's currently happening to him here with this tower movement. And then I've also got the nine of wands energy coming up here as well. He's trying to let go of things from the past, yet at the same time here the pain and the burden is what kind of like slowing him down or weighing him down is what I'm getting here, because he does sees the future with both of you. He does sees, like the communication to pick up. He does want to have the communication with you, which he will be coming up here with this nine of cups energy. He's going to, like coming towards you, offering, like like offering the communication, just like picking up the communication between both of you, because the way that he sees things here is that with this two of wands energy, like the way that he sees things here, like he sees in the horizon, like he sees to the future here, that he's going to reach out towards you, like both of you, the communication and everything is going to pick up, everything is just going to be well. But at the same time here, the pain and like the burden and baggage is coming up, that he has been carrying for a while with himself is coming up really really strongly, which is what creating this huge tower movement that is currently happening surrounding him. I'm not sure if you have been noticing it or not, but I feel like he might kind of like wore down a little bit, I would say here, like someone who has been worn out, I would say here. So that kind of energy is what I'm getting. And then I've also got the Ace of Cups coming up here. He will definitely wants to. I mean, like with this Ace of Cups energy here, this is his emotion, or this is his feeling that I'm getting coming up for you here, Amelia. With the Ace of Cups here, the love and the emotional feeling is definitely still there. Like I'm getting a very very strong emotional and love energy coming up for you. As for the time frame, I've got the Five of Cups energy coming up here. With these two energy, this is a very strong summer energy. I feel like by this month, at least by this summer maximum, I would say you are definitely going to be hearing from him. Number five is coming up quite strongly here as well. 5 days, 5 weeks maximum I'm getting. Now I've also got abuse and abusive relationship coming up here with the Six of Swords energy comes up for you here. And then the channel messages that I've got here is you mean the world to me. So looking at his feelings and looking at his emotion towards you here, it's still there. I'm not getting any third party situation coming up here except this abuse and abusive situation, which is, I feel like this is talking about the family or the situation where he is currently at this point of time. Might not be a physical abuse, could just be like a mental and mental, emotional, or I would say here a verbal abuse is what I'm getting coming up here. I've also got forgive and let go. I think the first thing that is going to come towards you once, I mean, like once he comes back, I mean, like the first thing that he's going to tell you once he comes back towards you here, Amelia, is definitely like forgiveness. Like he's going to be apologize for everything, because I'm getting a very strong, like apology energy coming up from him here is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. So yeah, that's how he's feeling on reaching out towards you. Again, I'm not getting any third party situation. I've got insecurities coming up here, and now this might not be legality because I'm not getting this strongly. I've got the justice, and then I've got legal system coming up here as well. So I feel like some sort of like legality might have been there, but overall energy that I'm getting coming up from him here is that with this justice energy, justice will be served with both of your favor. Like both of you are definitely going to get what is it that you truly deserve and truly desire, which is both of you coming back together into a committed, long-term, stable relationship is what I'm getting here. So that's it for your question. Thank you so much for your donation and being patient. Let me. Okay, so okay, I'm going to do Asia now. And hi everyone, welcome to the live reading. Yes, I'm also answering free questions in this live reading, but donation will always take priority. So for those of you who are waiting to get a free question, I would really appreciate if you could be patient and yeah, just post your question here. I don't do list. I'm just going to go to the questions one by one after I'm done with the donation. Okay, so let's start with Asia. I've got the questions here. Okay, Asia, I'm not sure if you're here, so I'm just going to put down the timestamp so you can come back and watch it. Okay, you are. Okay, great. So let's go through your questions one by one. Who is coming towards you in love? Will this person be in a health field? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the first thing that I've got coming up for you here, Asia, I'm getting a very strong fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So someone with a very strong fire sign, but again, the sign does not really matter. It could be someone with a very strong fire sign, but one thing that I'm getting coming up here is that with this Emperor energy, I'm getting a very strong maturity energy coming up here. There could also be a little bit of an age gap between both of you. Not really that big of age gap, because I'm getting like a very strong maturity energy coming out from this person. This person could be like a few years older than you, or could also be at the same age of you here, but like a very strong maturity energy coming up here is what I'm getting. Now, another thing that I've got here is that honestly, I'm not getting a very strong energy of health related situation. I'm getting a very strong energy of financial related situation here, like the work field is what I'm getting. I'm getting two major energy here, finances, and then I'm also getting like a like how do I say, like a scholar type of energy is what I'm getting here, Asia. So might be in the health sector, but more into that the how like more into the management area rather than like directly going into the health field. Like I'm not sensing it as like for example a doctor or nurse, like not like that. They might be in the health field, but more into the management area, like for example the director or something like that here, like more into the management section is what I'm getting here. Because the first thing that I've got coming up from this person here is that someone with a higher level position, so either like on a supervisor level or could also be like higher than that, like for example like a business owner or like basically like a higher level energy. I'm getting a very strong financial stability coming up here. So again, like I said, something to do with finances here. So I'm getting more towards a financial sector rather than the health sector is what I'm getting. And I've also got the scholar type of energy here, so someone with a very strong like knowledge and maturity is what I'm getting coming up here. I've got the eight of swords energy comes up here, and I've got the knight of pentacles coming up here as well, which is a little bit of slow moving energy, I would say. And I've also got the four of wands, which is also talking about celebration and happiness, and in overall energy I'm getting. Now with this eight of swords and the seven of swords energy comes up, I feel like this is more of your energy because you are coming up here as the queen of wands here as well. You are fire sign, right? Sagittarius, if I'm not mistaken, which is your energy comes up here. Now there is still feeling, I want to say stuck, but a little bit of hesitation energy, I would say here, coming up from you to be moving forward in like overall in your love life is what I'm getting coming up here, Asia. So I feel like because of this seven of swords energy here, like either fearful of being manipulated again or fearful that you're going to get deceived again here. But in overall energy I'm getting coming up for you, there's a little bit of fear and hesitation energy is what I'm getting here. So this is something that you need to be working on, because with this knight of pentacles energy here, a little bit of slow moving energy. And by the slow moving energy here, I don't mean that it's going to take years for you to like for you to meet this person. Like might be a little bit like a not as fast as you're expecting it to be. So I feel like the reason why it might not be happening as fast as you're expecting it to be here, it's also giving you time for you to work on these issues within yourself here. You know, like within like working on within yourself. So I feel like this is why the time is kind of like a little bit slow moving is what I'm getting for you here, Asia. So that's it for your first question. Let's get into your second question. Okay, messages you need to hear. Okay, messages for Asia. So I've got support coming up for you here. Ask for help, support. Ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. I've got anger coming up here. Safely express your anger, use your anger as a positive force. Honor all your emotion as sacred. I've got trust coming up here. Live into the unknown, have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. And then I've got healer coming up here as well. You have powerful healing gift. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your part as a healer. So the first message that I've got coming up here for you here, Asia, with this support energy, it may seem that you are alone. It may seem that like at times I would say here, like at a certain challenging times, I would say here, that you might feel that you are alone, and you like, it's kind of like, as much as you pray or as much as like ask for God's help, but like you might feel that you are not getting the answer directly. But even then here, as you can see, this is like literally the picture that I've got here, that God, angels, universe, like the divine energy, I would say, he will definitely be carrying you through the challenging time, through any hardship, and through any hard times that you are going through, or you will be going through into the future here. Like, you will definitely have the divine support surrounding you, even though you might not see them, even though you might not hear them directly, but the divine support and the divine protection will always be with you. Now I've also got anger and healer energy comes up here. Even though this card talks specifically here about anger, I feel like this is talking about all the emotion that you have within yourself here: fear, anger, frustration, anxiety, any negative thought or any negative feeling, any negative emotion that you have within yourself here. I feel like there are still little bit things that you need to heal within yourself here, that you just need to be more in control of your emotion. And what do I mean by that here is that you have this powerful healing gift within yourself, and I feel like this is why you might be affected a little bit more than other people, especially when you are talking to other people. Now when I mention about talking to other people or interacting with other people, this doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be with them face to face or physically here, but also could be in terms of like online. It could be like just talking to someone, or it could be like watching anything. You could be getting that energy to you here. So this is why you need to really set up the necessary boundaries. I keep getting this energy for you. I keep getting almost the same message for you here in, like, I think the last 2 or 3 readings, of setting up necessary boundaries and to look within yourself here to your emotion, understand your emotion, let your emotion guide you towards what are the things that you need to heal, towards what are the things that you need to fix within yourself here. And then lastly is also talking about trust. So even though you cannot see things, even though you cannot hear things directly at that particular point of time here, but you're basically being asked to trust. Okay, because it's also quite almost the same thing like this. Like, you are standing out at the edge of the cliff, and you are basically being asked to jump, and you have this worry, like, what if I fall down, but at the same time here, God is telling, like, just jump, I will carry you throughout the like throughout the difficulties or throughout the hard times. So this two card is just like connecting towards each other here. And then the overall message that I've got coming up for you here, I've got delight. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasures in simple things. Always expect the best. So take pleasure in simple things. Appreciate simple things. Like, express gratitude. Even though you are not seeing much, like, for example, like, you are trying to manifest a big thing. Even though you haven't seen that, but there is like little opportunities that are coming up onto your way here. Little blessings and abundance coming up on your way here. Be grateful on that and express gratitude on that here, is what I'm getting for you here, Asia. So that's it for your second question. Let's see the third one. Stephanie's intention. Well, I've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune energy comes up here. So overall energy that I'm getting here is that I don't see any negative intention to start with, but at the same time here with this page energy, um, how do I say it here? I would say childish or immaturity, which can go in that way. I'm trying to find the word here. Is that, yeah, they just like want to text you and just see how it goes, but It's like texting the water, I would say here. That is the kind energy is what I'm getting coming up from them here. I've also got the devil energy coming up here as well. Well, I won't say being manipulative, even though the devil is here, but I can't say exactly it's like like all good intention or good energy here. It's more like a testing of waters, is what I'm getting here, like to see what is going on, what are you up to here is what I'm getting. Let me see how does he feel after that. So I'm working on building our future. I've got forgive and let go, release your past. So I feel like it's more that she wants to know, or she kind of like wants to be in a loop. Like, what is it that you're working on? What is it that you are like? What is it that you are focusing on at this point of time? Like, it's more towards that. It's more like a testing, yeah, like trying to discover, yeah, trying to discover what is it that you're working on at this point of time here. Like maybe, like maybe she's kind of like wanting to see what you're working on, and then she could, like probably like try to offer you help, or just like want to see like where what trying to keep up with you, I would say here, Asia. And then I've got discovery and fear. Yeah, it's more into like testing up the water and see what is it that you are currently going on here. There is also a little bit of fear energy, which I feel like this is going hand in hand with this devil energy coming up here. I can't say jealousy. This now this is all on her head. Okay, like this is how she feels here. Like she's kind of she might think that somehow or some way both of you might be in some sort of like a competition with you here is what I'm getting. So like the same way as well. This is all in her mind. Is the video okay, or is it like buffering and cutting out? For some reason, I'm getting that it might be buffering. So if anyone could just confirm it before I continue. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So that's what I thought. Okay, so let me just try it once again. All right, so what I'm trying to say here is that she does not have any bad intention with you, but it's more like testing out the water is what I'm getting coming up for you here, Asia. That she's kind of like wanting to see like where you are at, what are you working on, what are you focusing on yourself here, like trying to discover like what is going on with you, like what she needs to be working on. But it's more like where you are at and what are you working on yourself here is what I'm getting. So like I'm getting a fear energy and the devil energy coming up here, even though it's not like a manipulative type of intention. I feel like it's more of like a very strong fear energy comes up here. I feel like she might think that some way or somehow that she's in some sort of like a competition with you here is what I'm getting. Now you might not feel this way, so all of this is just her energy. So she's kind of like checking out where you are at, like what you are doing. So she could actually like focus on that as well, or copying you is what I'm getting here. So that's what I've got. And then I've got forgive and let go. So just like trying to let go of it, like don't really bother on whatever like she said to you. But it's more like a testing water and see where you are at this time here, and how does she feels after that. Um, I'm getting a little bit of defeated energy, I would say. Here I've got the star, and then I've got the seven of swords. Like I said, there is something going on with her. I just can't find the right word to say it. Like she's trying to take. It seems like she's trying to take something from you here, Asia, but not really like material thing. It's more like an energy type of like kind of like taking an idea or something like that. Here is what I'm getting coming up. Coming up quite strongly. So this is how, so that is just how she feels. Again, like I said, I don't see any negative intention, negative emotion. I've got six of pentacles, and then I've got star. So after a little bit of defeated, I would say here, but not that strongly, I'm getting also like balance energy comes up here. So I feel like she's trying to just see where you are at, like trying to test out the water and see where you are at here is what I'm getting here, Asia. So that's what I've got. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, like is the video still in and out? I think it's because of the rain. I hope it's okay. Like, is it still glitching or? Okay, great. Thank you, Ashton. Okay, now let's go to WL. Okay, general reading. You will be attending event. Okay, so let's see. Let me just put the. Thank you, Asia. I appreciate that. Okay, so you want to have a general reading. Let's see. Okay, so for you here, WL, I've got a consciousness of lack, and then I've also got the Four of Pentacles coming up here as well. There is a little bit of, a little bit of insecurity, I would say, or just not feeling good, or feeling a little bit too conscious, overly conscious, and overly critical about yourself here is what I'm getting coming up for you here, W. So I feel like you might feel that there is something wrong with you, or you might feel that okay, you are not just you are not good for you you are not good enough, you don't deserve anything positive here, because with this a consciousness of light and the dark thoughts that I've got coming up here, and also with this conflict energy. So this is more of like an inner conflict, fear-based energy, anxiety, frustration, just like negative thought and negative feeling within yourself here is what I'm getting. Another thing that I've got coming up for you here is the Nine of Wands. So there might be some sort of like a pain or emotional trauma in the past that you had to go through here, and you are building up this wall or this box surrounding yourself here because you feel that you need to protect yourself. Like, this is the only way that you can protect yourself. This is the only way that you can focus on yourself here so you won't get hurt again. So I feel like one thing that you need to know here is that stop looking towards the past, whatever that you had gone through in the past year, whatever kind of pain or hurt or yeah whatever wound or whatever experience that you had to go through to be where you are at this point of time here. Do not let the pain make you feel that you are not good enough. Do not make you feel that those pains and those trauma make you feel that there is something wrong with you here, but instead you need to use that in a way that it could empower you here is what I'm getting. I've also got the magician energy comes up here with a vast universe. I'm getting a very strong new beginning and a lot of great achievement and milestone being achieved uh, into your life here. And with this new beginning energy, even though I'm not getting any strong pregnancy here, but there is a baby energy comes up here. So if you can still get pregnant at this time with this baby energy coming up here, there is also a possibility of pregnancy comes up for you. But overall here, this is basically talking about a rebirth process, that you are finally creating the new version of yourself here is what I'm getting. So manifest, pray, and believe within yourself here that you deserve to receive all of this positive energy and all of this positive blessings and abundance into your life here. I'm also getting a very strong true love energy comes up here. Whatever love and relationship situation that you're going through at this point of time, you're definitely going to get the love that you deserve here. I'm going to pull a time frame as we are closing up the reading. I've got the number 10 coming up here. 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, the month of October, as well as late winter energy is going to be quite significant for you here, WL. So that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. I'm not sure if you're here, but once you're done with the event, you can just like come back to that particular time frame, like timestamp, and you can listen to your reading. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. We are going to go now for Ruth. Okay, I've got your questions here. What is his intention towards you, and what should you do to get him more active? Okay, so it's quite interesting because I've got the Nine of Swords coming up for him twice. There is a very strong anxiety energy comes up here. Anxiety, feeling anxious and trouble sleeping. And I've also got a very strong Tower movement and Five of Pentacles comes up here for him. So now this is the general energy of him here. I will come to what is his love intention to you, but this is like a quite major energy I would say coming up for you. I mean, like for him here, Ruth, because the Tower movement, the Nine of Swords energy coming up twice here. There is something that might have happened to him recently here, very recently I would say, because the Tower movement comes in quite strongly. That's something that he's feeling that he's losing something is what I'm getting here within himself, within his energy. With this Five of Pentacles, it's like he's being almost like being left out in the cold, and I'm also getting like a feeling of hopelessness I would say here. It's like he feels that there is nothing he could do, or he's like trying to find a way to get back to his feet here is what I'm getting. So there is something going on within himself here, and this is what I feel like contributed to the silence that is currently going on between both of you, because I see here that he has been really quiet. So there is something going on here is what I'm getting coming up for him. A huge Tower movement is actually happening, and it's like trying to figure things out or trying to fix things here is what I'm getting. Now coming to his intention towards you here, I've got the Six of Pentacles, and then I've got the Death energy, which is a new beginning and creating balance between both of you here. And I've also got the Sun card. So he does want to be with you. And I feel like deep down within your intuition here, this is also something that, even though things might not have been going on to, how do I say it here? Um, Things might not be going on as fast as you're expecting it to be, but I feel like you could feel this energy to him here. Might not be as strongly as might not be strongly as this Tower movement, because I feel like there is a lot of anxiety going on within himself here. So you might be feeling like a little bit of uneasiness or a little bit of just yeah, uneasiness and just a little bit of anxious energy is what I'm getting that you could feel for him. So trust your intuition coming up. He does want to be with you. He does wants to have, because with this Four of Wands energy and the Ten of Pentacles energy, this is talking about marriage, family, and like basically like being together. Like having a family, building up a family, and a completion a completion in all level when it comes into like finances, stability, and emotional feeling is also what I'm getting. He does think highly of you. I've got the Queen of Pentacles coming up here. He does sees you as a very strong mother figure energy, in a sense that someone who is caring, nurturing here, someone is actually grounded. So he does have a very good intention towards you, and he does things highly of you here. He wants to have, he wants to give you a stability energy comes up here. So this is what his intention. So definitely like a very solid intention, like a full of stability and commitment here. But I feel like there is something going on within himself here, which is what contributing to the way that he's currently acting up at this point of time, like the silence and everything that is currently going on with him here is what I'm getting. Let's see what you can do to make him. He will definitely be coming back towards you here. Like I've got the Six of Cups, and once again the Ace of Pentacles comes up here as well. So you will definitely like the communication between both of you here is definitely going to pick up at this point of time. The energy that I'm getting coming up for you here is that with this Two of Wands energy, it's like a little bit of not sure what you need to do or where you need to go about it. It's like from from your energy here, I feel like you are waiting just for him to come forward, and then like just try to be. Uh, is it like glitching again? I'm not sure if it's glitching again. Okay, let me just repeat it because I feel that it was a little bit glitch. Okay, so Ruth, one thing that I'm getting here is that with this Six of Cups energy here, he's definitely going to he's definitely going to make a comeback towards you, like the communication and everything is definitely going to get picked up again at this point of time here. From your energy, what I'm picking up here is that with this Two of Wands here, feeling a little bit unsure and confused. I feel like you are at the point of time here is like waiting for him to come and just like see okay, like which is quite understandable, I would say here. Like you are kind of like see, okay, I feel like you have done. Like you have tried to message him, you have tried to talk to him, if you have tried to communicate with him here, but it's like you are the ones actually like waiting to get a response from him. So everything is like currently up to him. Like this is how you feel here. Now I've got the new moon energy, I've got the moon energy, which is the new moon, which is at this point of time today's here, and I've also got the Queen of Cups energy comes up here. I feel like at this point of time, looking energetically speaking here, I would suggest you to send him healing and praying and guidance for him. Like this is talking about energetically speaking here. And with this Queen of Cups energy here, you could try to message him or you could try to call him, but I would say here that just ask like hey, is everything okay, like do you want to talk or something like that here. I feel like there is something going on with him that he might not feel really okay or really comfortable of opening up about that here. So I would suggest you can try to call him or you can try to message him. That is one thing. Energetically here, I would say like try to sending him courage. Courage and guidance is what I'm getting coming up. You see, I've got the Tower Women coming up here, and then I've also got the Lovers energy. There is, like he does have a solid intention of wanting to be with you and wanting to just like create something positive with you here, especially with the Six of Cups and the Lovers energy here. It's just that there is something going on with him. Yes, you could try to call him or you could try to message him, I would say here. And before you do that, you could just like meditate a little bit, or just like yeah, send him guidance, or just like pray for him. And then after that, you could call him here, is what I'm getting here, Ruth. There is something, because this tower moment keeps on coming up here, especially within these two readings. I've got this twice already. So there's definitely something going on with him here, Ruth, is what I'm getting. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. So let's see. I'm just going to update the donation list. Okay, I think that's all for donation. If you have donated but I haven't included your name there, please just let me know. T Tarot, I don't do it like that. Whoever I'm going based by the list, everyone has the equal chance of getting free reading. So I don't go it that way. Everyone has an equal chance. So if I said you and then someone else posted, it won't be fair. Oh right, Ashley, yeah. I forgot yours. Yeah, Ashley, this is your reading here now. Ashley, let's see. Ashley. Ashley, you sent for two questions, right? So let's see. Okay. Yeah, I got it, Ashley. I'm doing it now. Okay, so Ashley. Alright, so the reading for Aquarius. Okay, so let's see what is going on with you and Eric. Okay, so to answer your question, does he even feel the same about you here? Yes, I've got a very strong yes energy coming up here. And should both of you act upon those feelings and those emotion here? Now, I think there is a delay or a challenge or triggers, I would say, here coming up from within himself, because the main delay or the main yeah, the main delay or the main challenge I'm getting here is coming up from him here. Yes, Asia is still open. Like the main delay and the main challenge is actually coming up from him. And why I'm saying this here is that I've got two major delay here. First is that the religious or spiritual factors. And what do I mean by that here is that even though the feeling that both of you have towards each other is mutual here actually, but I feel like it's more on where he is at this point of time in his awakening and in his realization about the connection, about the feeling that he has here. So with these religious and spiritual factors coming up here, even though he does feel the same, it's more of that he's not ready or he's not really comfortable to act upon those emotion and to be acting upon those feelings here, because the way he is in his spiritual journey and in his own journey, I would say here, is not yet at the same level as you are. And then another thing that I've got coming up here is that I've got family issue and family upbringing. So this is could also be another triggers or the major cause for the way he is at this point of time. Some sort of like a family issue and family upbringing, could also be like childhood trauma is what I'm getting is is what I'm getting coming up here, which is why I've got the time is not right for us, and then I've also got I'm working on building our future. So there is going to be a little bit time for him to come towards you, or for him to come even to this realization here, because with this time is not right for both of you at this point of time here. This is basically talking about now is not the right time, because I feel like there is so many things that he needs to work within himself here. There are so many things that he needs to release and deal within himself here, that he needs to be working on himself here, is what I'm getting coming up here coming up here as well. So let me just see a little bit. I've got the Six of Swords and the Three of Wands here. Both of you will eventually, like find a way to each other. Again, I'm getting like a finding, I mean, like meeting up in the middle ground is what I'm getting, because I've got the Three of Wands and the Six of Swords energy. There is definitely like a very strong moving, positive moving coming towards each other here. I just feel like the time might be a little bit concerned at this point of time here, because see, there is, yes, you can definitely act up on those feelings, but even if you act up on those feelings here, because the way he is at this point of time, he might either run away or like kind of like pretending as if like he does not feel the same way here, and all of those stuff here actually. So this is where the main challenge comes in here. I'm going to pull a time frame for you, and let's see what we have. I've got the number 3 coming up here. By early years, I would say here you could see progress around 3 weeks to 3 months from now. By maximum, I would say here beginning of spring, which is going to be around the month of March, I would say here next year, which is also the number 3 is what I'm getting coming up for you here, Ashley. So yeah, the time is the major concern at this point of time. Here is what I'm getting. So let's see your second question. Will you hear from Eric, or is he still in a relationship? Okay, so let's see. Well, looking at the energy, I don't get any third party situation, but again, I was just focusing in his energy overall. But let's see. Yes, you're definitely going to hear from him. I've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Death energy, which is talking about a very strong new beginning energy here, Ashley. And with this Ace of Pentacles here, the next time that you hear from him is not going to be like a breadcrumbs energy. Like the next time that you hear from him, like the next time the communication is happening between both of you here, with this Ace of Pentacles, there's going to be stability. So it's going to be like more stable ground and more stable energy is what I'm getting coming up here. It, like I said, it may take a little bit a while. I've got the Four of Swords and the Five of Wands energy comes up here. Even though I'm not getting any third party situation at this point of time, I'm not too sure if he's in a relationship with the other woman. Even if he's in a relationship with the other woman, I've got the Five of Wands here. There is a very strong conflict energy is what I'm getting coming up. coming up from himself. So he might have some sort of like a inner conflict within himself, or this could also be a conflict with people surrounding him, including the other person that he's in a relationship at this point of time. I've also got the page of swords energy comes up here. The communication is definitely going to happen, and like I said, when the communication happens here, it's definitely going to be moving forward much smoother. Like I don't see like a breadcrumb or like on and off energy here. But at this point of time, with this page of source energy and the four of wands here, he does definitely wants to communicate with you. I would say that he has been thinking about you, or at least he has this thought of wanting to communicate with you, but just like chose to not act up upon that just yet, is what I'm getting here. Now I've also got the chariot energy comes up here. He's the one who's actually going to initiate the conversation. He's the one who's actually going to initiate the the communication here, is what I'm getting. And I've got the number 4 for the communication to happen anytime between 4 days, 4 weeks to 4 months from now to the beginning of winter. So almost at the same time, I would say here with the energy that I've got for your first question here, Ashley. So that's it for your question. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, so hi HI, Crystal, yes, it's still open. 888. It's okay if you don't put your question on the PayPal, because I'm still going to call you anyway if you don't post that. So that's okay. Sometimes I suggest people write down in the question, because the PayPal name and the YouTube username can be different. So it will be a little bit easier for me that way. But it's okay. So yeah, Natasha, Natasha, wondering what is coming towards you, something relationship or anything. Okay. So just overall, what is coming up towards you? Let's see what we have. So the first thing that I've got coming up for you here, Natasha, I'm getting a very strong new beginning energy. So in overall, in general area, like in overall area of your life, be it finances, be it love situation here, I'm getting a very strong new beginning energy. And I've also got the sun card coming up here. This is definitely ultimate happiness, because the sun and the wheel of fortune itself here is talking about whatever coming up for the future is going to be like ultimate happiness and success, that everything is going to happen from now on moving forward into the future here is definitely something that you deserve and something that you desire here, is what I'm getting. Now I've also got a little bit of stuck energy and feeling defeated. So this might be a present energy or even like a recent past energy here. For some reason you might be feeling stuck, or you might be feeling defeated, like you might not see anything positive coming up towards you for a while. But I feel like this is something is actually going to change. I've also got friends and colleagues energy comes up here. So I feel like there is going to be a new cycle, or you're going to be meeting a lot of new people here. At this point of time, I'm getting this is something related to a work or related to your professional life, but it could also be talking about generally here you're going to be meeting out a lot of new people. I've also got a creative endeavor and peace energy coming up here. So definitely quite a wonderful, like overall energy, I would say here going to be much more much more in peace with yourself and with the external situation, whatever is going on with you here. And then I've also got the Nine of Cups coming up here as well, wish fulfillment. A lot of new things, a new creative endeavor is what I'm getting here. So when it comes into the love situation, a new energy comes up here, but I feel like a lot of new energy is going to be there, not only in terms of your love situation here, is what I'm getting, Natasha. So let's see. I've got patient coming up here. Patient and maintaining your emotion in balance. I've also got the magician comes up here as well, which is talking about manifestation, praying and manifestation here. So whatever, I mean, like what is going to come for you into the future here is definitely something that as per what you desire and as per what you manifest. And with this energy, the new moon energy today here, I would definitely suggest you to, like take up a piece of paper or like put up in a journal, write a petition. What are the things that you want to be attracting here, let's say for the next for this the rest of the year? So let's say who are you want to meet, like what kind of person that you want to attract onto your life, what kind of, like, let's say job or financial manifestation, financial independence that you will be attracting onto your life here, because this is like a very very powerful energy, I would say, coming up for you here, Natasha. Financially here, I'm getting a very strong page of pentacles, so like financial stability, more money coming in onto your life is also what I'm getting. So I feel like there is going to be a lot of new and positive things coming up onto your life. So use it in your favor, like by writing down, by like putting out the writing down a petition, I would say here, Natasha. So that's it for your question. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Yvette, you can post your question. You're welcome, Natasha. Okay, Yvette. See if I can see. Okay, what is coming up for you and okay, so let's see here. Okay, so first thing that I've got coming up for you here, Yvette, I'm getting a very strong, fast-moving energy comes up here. So I feel like things are going to quite take off, I would say here, especially when it comes into the communication energy. The Knight of Swords here is quite like a fast movement energy is what I'm getting here. I've also got the King of Swords here, and the Emperor energy comes up here as well. So in terms of the communication, I feel like he's going to be more open up with you if he hasn't already. He's going to be a little bit more open up with you here. And then the Emperor energy here, there is a progress, I would say, coming up from him, because the first thing that I've got here is that with this King of Swords here is someone who is a little bit hesitant, I would say here, a little bit cautious about what he's telling you or what he should be telling you, like those kind of like a cautious and hesitation energy is what I'm getting. But I feel like he's going to be more open, because I've also got the Nine of Pentacles coming up here as well. Like he's going to be more open. He's going to be like, you're going to see him coming up more openly, especially when it comes into the communication. There's a lot of things that is going to be quite open with you here. I've also got the Nine of Wands. There is still a little bit of defensiveness, I would say, but not as big as before. So like in the past year, I would say like he's a little bit, he's more cautious than open up. Like he's more cautious about, okay, what he need to tell you, what he should be telling you, but now he's going to be a little bit more open on that. I've also got the Star energy, which is a very strong healing energy. It comes up here, healing and transformation, which is also why I've got the leveling up energy that I've got for him. From the King of Swords here to be the Emperor, this is definitely like a good transformation, like a quite a major transformation, I would say here. And then I've got the Fool energy comes up here as well. The Fool energy is talking about taking up a leap of faith, I would say here, Yvette. So he's definitely going to be, like this is where he's going to make the choice, and the choice that he's going to be making here is that he's just going to, like be open and just like taking up a new leap of faith and just like going towards a new journey with you here is what I'm getting. Let me pull a time frame. I've got the Four of Wands coming up here, which is also talking about the union between both of you. Look at this. The Emperor and the Emperor coming up together. So, see, you are already coming up as the Empress energy. This is where you have been standing for a while, I would say here, Eva. Like you are more understanding with everything here. And it's also quite interesting with this Empress energy. I'm not sure if you had checked on that, but this is also like a little bit of pregnancy energy comes up here. So, that's definitely going to be a pregnancy coming up for you as well, is what I'm getting. Union and both of your energy going to be equal and matching up towards each other is what I'm getting here. And again, the Ace of Cups, a new beginning when it comes into love. As for the time frame here, I've got the number 10. So anytime between 10 days, 10 weeks. I don't think it's going to be 10 months. So I would say like between any time 10 weeks to the month of October. Earliest could be 10 days from now is what I'm getting. I've also got the Six of Wands energy comes up. We're talking about a victorious outcome and a positive outcome coming up here as well. Yvette. So yeah, that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Let's see. Okay, Crystal, I got it. Maggie, you can post your question, please. Okay, future husband and marriage. Let's see. Okay, so first thing that I've got here is that I'm getting more than one option that you will be getting when it comes into meeting up your future husband or your future partner here, because I've got the Seven of Cups energy comes up for you here, Maggie. So I feel like going to be meeting more than one person first before actually like settling up here. So there's going to be like some choices and some options coming up on your way. I'm getting a very strong air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, or someone with a very strong air energy comes up here. At this point of time, I'm getting a little bit of distance coming up between both of you. Now, this distance energy can be like a long distance, like for example, like in a different state or in a different country. So I'm not really getting a very strong different country. Could be just be like in a different state or in a different city. But I'm getting like a little bit of distance energy comes up here. Now, another thing that I've got here is that with this Queen of Wands energy, there is going to be a lot of love and passion that I've got coming up here. This marriage is definitely going to be a wish fulfillment energy. I've got the Nine of Cups and then I've got the Ten of Cups coming up here. So this is basically like as per what you desire or as per what you would like to. As per your dream, I would say here, because with this Ten of Cups energy that I've got coming up, your happy home, happy family, happy relationship, everything as per what you desire here is what I'm getting. I've also got the Six of Wands energy comes up here, talking about victorious outcome, long lasting and victorious marriage is what I'm getting coming up here. Now with this karma energy and the Three of Swords energy coming up here, I feel like before both of you meet each other, now I'm not sure if you had gone through this, but what I'm getting here is that there might be some little bit of heartbreak, that I feel like the journey that both of you are going through here, especially within the karmic contract or the karmic situation that both of you have to like deal with, or both of you have to go through the healing and go through the transformation, is almost similar is what I'm getting here, Maggie. So that's what I've got coming up for you. And this person is going to be like quite open and quite honest with their communication here as well. Regarding the finances, I'm getting here quite a stable energy also, like financial stability and financial balance is coming up quite strongly. Again, I keep getting a very strong air energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or someone within that energy here is what I'm getting a very strong communication type of energy here. So he might be working in some sort of like a communication energy, like for example like a media or something like that here. Is what I'm getting. I'm also getting a little bit of law situation or law related situation, but majority here mostly here I'm getting very strongly the energy of communication here, Maggie. So that's it for your future partner. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. Next is Miss Beauty. Let's see. Yeah, you can post your question, Miss Beauty, whenever you are ready. You're welcome. Okay, so what RJ is feeling at you, and what can you do to keep grounded and healing? So let's see. So I've got, you mean the world to me. So this is how he feels towards you here, Miss Beauty. He does have I mean, like, he does have feeling towards you. I've got here, but at this, sorry, I've got. I'm sorry for hurting you here as well. So he does have feelings for you, and I feel like deep down he realizes that he hasn't been treating you the right way. I've got here. He hasn't been treating you the right way, and this is like an apology, I would say here. But again, ego based energy, and just like he's not ready to come in just to accept everything here, is what I'm getting coming up here quite strongly. So this is how he feels towards you. And then I've also got abuse and family issue and family upbringing. Now this is, I feel like, going hand in hand here, that he may have some sort of like a family issue, family upbringing, childhood trauma, which is also related to abuse. Now this abuse could be something that happened to him in the past, could also that something that is currently happening to him, or recently has been happening to him here. This is all is what I'm getting, making him, I won't say unable to move, but being delayed to move towards you, or being delayed to come towards you and just open up his feelings and open up his emotion towards you here. But will he come back, and do both of you have an equal chance? Does he love you to get, I mean, like, does he love you, and does he want to be with you? I've got yes coming up here as well. Now I've also got self-love, work on inner self. With the time is not right for us. Now with this, the time is not right for us. It's just that at this point of time, talking about the present time, the current moment here, both of you are not ready just yet, or at least I won't say both of you here. He's not ready just yet here to come and forming up a stable relationship, because even though there are still equal healing and equal work that both of you need to be putting on, I mean, like, that both of you individually need to be working on each other here, I feel like there are more things that he needs to heal here, especially with this family issue and the abuse and abusive situation here. This is like basically talking about a lot of things that he needs to release. He needs to be open with his emotion. He needs to be open with his feeling. He needs to be open within himself here, is what I'm getting. I've also got self-love work on inner self here. So this is basically talking about him, and I've also got working on building our future. So he's more that he needs to be working on himself, which is what he's doing at this point of time, working on himself, like self-love and emotional healing is what I'm getting for him here. So this is what's currently going on. This is what is actually happening, and this is where he's focusing his energy at this point of time here. And let's see what you can do to help yourself. So first thing that I've got here is definitely root chakra. I feel like you need to focus more on your root chakra. The root chakra is where, like, the major grounding, like making yourself feel grounded, making yourself feel more stable within yourself. I've also got healer coming up here. Now another thing that I've got coming up for you here, is that conflict energy. Now, the conflict energy that I've got here is that you are feeling a little bit conflicted within yourself. Now, even though that you do know and you do, like, believe within yourself, even though your intuition has been telling you here that both of you are definitely going to be together, both of you are definitely going to end up together here, but deep down you tend to be doubting that. You have a lot of doubts, and which is quite normal, honestly, here, Miss Beauty, because you haven't heard anything, or like things might not been going on, might not haven't been like you. you haven't heard from him, or like even if you have, things are just kind of like a little bit stuck or a little bit delay. So you tend to have this conflicted energy or inner conflict within yourself here, which is why I'm getting the root chakra. So focus on the root chakra here. And another thing that I've got here is that with this lost energy, I feel like because of the temporary pause or the no communication, like nothing is going on between both of you here at this point of time, you may feel like at times here that you've completely lost everything, like you've completely lost the chance of getting back together. But looking at the channel messages that I've got here, that which is he still have feelings for you and he will definitely be coming back towards you here. So I want you to be able to accept the energy here that at this point of time, the more that you are feeling stuck or the more that you are unable to move on here, it's just going to be hurting yourself, because he needs to have this time, he needs to have the time and the space for himself here to go through the conflict that within himself, whatever conflict, whatever karmic situation, whatever karmic thing that he needs to be dealing within himself, he needs to finish that first and then coming back towards you here. Because being in a relationship is quite easy, like you can just like call him and then be in a relationship. Like it's not hard to be in a relationship. It's harder to make sure that the relationship is forming up from a committed and stable ground here, which is what it needs take which is what it takes time, especially for him, because with all of those issues and conflict and like pain and trauma within himself, he won't be ready, even like he won't be ready to build a stable foundation, because he's not stable within himself. So this is why the time and the space is definitely needed. I've also got healer energy. You are definitely already on the right track, I would say here. You just need to focus on the things that I've been telling you here, focusing also on your emotion, because I've got anger coming up here, anger, negative emotion, fear, sadness. The inner conflict within yourself here is what I'm getting coming up for you here, Miss Beauty. So that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, Amanda, I'm not sure what is your I'm not sure what is your YouTube username, but Amanda, if you are here, can you please post your question? Hi, Skittles. So let's wait for Amanda. Okay, let me read here. Yeah, I understand. So if you try to talk to him about, I'm not sure if he's open with that as well. Like healing. So maybe you could try to talk to him as well. Like about healing, spiritual healing, like emotional healing, the chakra here. Maybe you could introduce that to him as well, like slowly, like step by step here. Is what I'm getting. You're welcome, Miss Beauty. Okay, wait. I think Amanda is 888. If I'm not mistaken. Hi Star. Yes, depends. Because sometimes the top questions has already disappeared. So I usually ask to just repost it again if I couldn't find the question. But yeah, sometimes I can start on this topic. What are the energy between? No, it's okay. 888. What is the energy for you and your person for the next couple of weeks? that I've got here is that there is going to be a lot of telepathy coming up here. So I feel like you're going to be hearing a lot more from him. Now, when I mean with this telepathy here, it could be in a form of dream. I would say you could be dreaming of getting messages from your DM, like it could be just like seeing signs, or sometimes you could also hear voices. But what I'm getting here is that a very strong telepathy energy is what I'm getting coming up here, triple eight. So you will be hearing a lot from him, like you're going to see a lot of signs and synchronicities and messages, I would say, here coming up as well. Now, another thing that I've got coming up here is that with this letting go energy, I feel like this is more towards what will be going on within with within your DM, I would say here, because I'm getting a little bit of struggle energy comes up here, struggle to maintain balance and struggle to maintain balance between within on an individual level within both of you here. Now, with this letting go energy here, I feel like there are some things that your person here needs to let go of, some things that he needs to like completely letting go of here, which I feel like there might be some struggle and some delay with that. Like they want to move forward to be like a better version of themselves here, but at a certain point of time, this is what I'm getting. I've got a very strong increased energy to you here. The communication, there might be some communication, but with this status quo energy comes up here, I feel like even if you have the communication, it's kind of like just going like to be on the base. Like I don't see any how do I say it here? Like I don't see any heavy conversation or something like that. Here is what I'm getting. Now I've also got the deserving energy comes up here. One thing that I'm getting here is that because with all of this telepathy energy that I'm getting, as well as the you might be picking up their energy as well here, triple eight. It will be a little bit challenging for you here to maintain balance within yourself as well. So with this deserving energy, you might be feeling, I won't say insecure. In insecure, I would say like you might be like doubting whether you're actually good enough, or like whether both of you actually deserve to be together. You might be having those kind of doubt and those kind of questions, within yourself. So try to focus on that. Here is what I'm getting. Try to focus on focusing on your sacral chakra, and don't really let your fear and don't really let your fear or any like doubts and assumption taking the best out of you. So that's the energy, and let's see what I've got here. Yeah, I'm getting anxiety comes up here quite strongly. There is, I mean, like your person is definitely going to like making going to be coming forward, but the communication is not what I'm getting coming up strongly here. So a little bit of on and off communication. I'm also getting feeling trap and anxiety. So this is what's the energy I'm getting coming up from your person here. So if you feel a little bit more anxious than before, the next couple of weeks here, just know that you might be picking up their energy. So try to, how do I say it here? Try to ground yourself even more is what I'm getting here, triple eight. Let me see. Little bit of ego based energy is also another thing that I've got. So your person may still have like struggling and battling with the ego. This is why I've got the letting go energy comes up here as well. So most of the main thing that I'm getting here is that you might be not feeling emotionally stable, I would say here, because you might be picking up a lot of a lot of your a lot of your person energy, anxiety, and frustration. I've got the number 5 coming up here as the time frame. 5 days, 5 weeks to before end of summer is going to be quite significant for you here, triple eight. So that's it for your reading. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Yeah, I just did your reading, triple eight. I'm not sure if you listen. I'm not sure if there is a delay. Like I just finished your reading. There might be a delay, I guess. So yeah, I think there might be a little bit delay from your side. Okay, so after Amanda was next time. Okay, Skittles, I've got your question here. I'm not sure if you are here, Skittle, but I'm just going to put the. Okay, let's see for Skittles. Okay, when will your life stabilize? Okay, so let's see. So let me see what is going on here. Things are definitely going to be stabilized for you here, especially when it comes into your home related situation. I've also got the Ace of Pentacles and the Star Energy. So this is like a first confirmation I've got for you here, Skittle, that things are definitely going to be stabilized around you. I've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is talking about your career and your work related situation, stability, and then your home as well here, the union within your family and within your home life. I've also got the Star Energy, which is this is I'm getting two energies coming up here. First is talking about healing, going through the healing within yourself here, and then the second one here. Excuse me. And then the second one here I'm getting is a wish fulfillment energy. I'm getting a little bit of now this is your second question, I know, but I'm definitely going to check on that. But while I'm picking up onto your energy, I'm getting a little bit of unbalanced energy when it comes into your throat chakra here, Skittle. So what I'm going to suggest here is that you need to speak up more of yourself. I feel like you might have been withdrawing on expressing your emotion or expressing your feeling. Maybe you're doing this just like just to maintain the peace, but I think the because of you're doing that here, you are not honoring yourself. So it's like you are hiding, or you are just like putting up all your emotion inside this box, and it's just going to blow up one day, and which is also not healthy coming up here. So this is something that you need to be focusing on here, the throat chakra, or just like speak up for yourself here, is what I'm getting. Let me see. And another thing I've got here is that emotion again coming. This is like kind of like going and I mean like going hand in hand, I would say here. So you have this very strong empathic and sensitive soul within yourself. So I feel like you are with this Queen of Cups energy here. It's just in your nature to like to be there for everyone. It's just in your nature here, like okay, like you are more empathic towards others. So it's just like you feel like it's your job to, okay, people might not understand, like I'm just the one who needs to compromise here. Like you might be thinking in that way, which is it's a good thing, but at the same time, in what expenses are you doing that? Are you going to like sacrificing your own emotional stability just for others? And if it has gone to that way, that is then it's no longer healthy. Of course the Tower energy comes up here, so I feel like you need to take some time for yourself here. Be open and be honest with yourself, like speak out. It might not be an easy thing to do for you here, Skittles, so like try to just like step back a little bit, meditate more, and ground yourself with this hermit energy. As for the time frame here, I've got the number 3 weeks to 3 months from now here is what I'm getting. I would say maximum, like this is by the latest energy here. By beginning of summer next year, things are definitely going to be in a much more better position and much more better situation for you here. This is like by the latest is what I'm getting. So that's what I've got. Now focus on your throat chakra, and I'm going to see what are the things that you need to be focusing on. So the throat chakra is still coming up strongly here as well. And then another thing that I've got here is that with this joyous, fun energy, I feel like you also need to spend time for yourself here as well, Skittles. Like maybe take a weekend off, like maybe, like just like once in a week or even like once in a month. If you want to go out, like just go, like let's say go into your favorite place, just go out, eat, and just like do whatever you want to do here. Go to a salon, like just like pamper yourself is what I'm getting. I feel like this is something that along you, like something that you really really need for yourself. You're having fun but for yourself only. Now another thing that I've got coming up here is that with this deception energy here, now I feel like this is talking about something that had happened far back into the past year, some sort of like a deception and manipulation that you might have to go through in the past. Maybe like there are some people who can be quite manipulative, can be quite deceitful towards you as well here, Skittles. So I feel like you need to forgive them as well as forgiving yourself is also another thing. Main thing I would say here is that the throat chakra is coming up quite strongly here, and focusing up on yourself. Like just it's okay, like just take one day out, like out of the 7 days that you are busy, it will be okay. So once in a week or once in a month, you like just go out and just like keep like spend some time for yourself here. I've also got teacher energy coming up here. You are at this point of time here is on this process of learning about yourself here, discovering or rediscovering about yourself. So like you definitely need to be patient. Like this is where, like imagine that you just like starting your school and you just like starting to learn everything from the beginning here. So this is almost at the same thing for you here. And then behind the mask, majoritarily here is the throat chakra. I keep getting the color blue. So throat chakra is where you need to be focusing on here. You are on this transformation process or transformation healing process here. So take your time, baby steps here, and be open. Your emotion and throat chakra is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. So those are the things that you need to be focusing on here, Skitter. You are definitely doing good. So I feel like just focus on what I said here. You're going to see a lot of more transformation because you've done pretty good for yourself as well, Skitter. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so let's say Quattro. Okay, Quattro, if you are here, you can post your question. Hi, Mal. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you, Quattro. Congratulations. This is like the first success of many to come. Congratulations. I'm so happy. Okay, I think I've put down those who have donated. Let me know or let the moderator Malapale know if I missed anyone. So let's see. For Quattro, especially Saturday. So next coming Saturday. Let's see what's coming up for your business. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Yeah, I just included yours, Janice. So let's see what comes up for business. I directly got victorious outcome coming up for you here, quattro, and then I've also got new beginning. I've got two aces coming up for you here. So this is definitely going to be like a new era or like a new beginning, I would say, here coming up for your businesses. I feel like going to find a lot of new opportunities coming up onto your way here. Sorry, I'm getting like a lot of new opportunities coming up onto your way. Again, new beginning coming up here, very, very strong new beginning, new opportunity, stability coming up here as well, and then balance. So when it comes into financially speaking, a lot of like balance energy. So I feel like financially here you're going to see a lot more new opportunities, and with these new opportunities coming up onto your way here, this is also going to bring a lot of more money and more money, I would say, here coming up towards you. Now one thing that I've got here is that I've got the page of wands energy comes up here. So with this I would say there will be a time. I'm definitely going to pull a time frame, but I feel like in the near future here, there will be a time here that you need to schedule yourself a little bit more. Truly, I would say here, quattro, because I feel like there will be time where you might be getting so many like for either for the event, or like people might be like hiring you or something like that, I would say here. So I feel like a schedule is something where you need to be focusing on more here. This is something that is going to be in the near future. So I don't want you to, let's say for example, like having like a conflictive schedule, or you kind of like just drain or stress, like not sure what to do. So planning and scheduling is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. Looking quite good, I would say here. Victorious outcome. So definitely success coming up here quite strongly. I've got the number three coming up here. 3 days, I would say 3 weeks to 3 months, maximum 3 months, I would say here. 3 months to the beginning of winter is also coming up quite strongly. So you may feel a little bit more packed up during the winter season, I would say, or you might be like having like more opportunities or like more orders or something like that here during 3 months from now to the beginning of winter. So around the month of October towards the end of the year is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here, Quattro. So looking quite good when it comes into your finances. And let's see your next question. What comes up in love this week? I'm getting a very strong return energy here. I've got the Six of Cups coming up for you here, Quattro. So, yeah, I feel like someone from your past is going to come back. Soul connection coming up here. And I've also got Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of, apart from the communication here, I feel like because with this Six of Cups energy, talking about a very strong coming back, like a reunion or reconciliation, or just like meeting up face to face is what I'm getting here. But someone is definitely going to enter your life here is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly. I'm getting two feminine energy here. I've got the Queen of Swords and then the Queen of Wands here. So I feel like there might be two people you will be meeting up in terms of love, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands here. So could be a new person, but what I'm getting here is that someone is definitely coming back onto your life here. Let's see what else. And apart from that, with this Queen of Swords energy coming up here, this is also talking about communication or conversation. Now, with this another person, I mean, like with these two major energy coming up here, because I think you are an air sign, right? Quattro, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, if I'm not mistaken. So this energy could also be your energy here, that you are coming up as the feminine energy. What I'm going to suggest here is that for this coming Saturday, or just like this coming whole week, I would say here, because with this person coming in onto your life, I do see a very strong conversation energy, a communication energy here. This is really, really crucial for both of you here to have a safe space in terms of the communication. And the reason why I'm saying this here is that both of you coming up here as the queen energy, both of you may come out as the feminine energy here, which can be a little bit clash. So like try to not get offensive and try to not get defensive here. So I feel like this is more of your energy rather than a new person energy here. So like do not be defensive. Like, that is what I'm getting here. Like do not be defensive is what I'm getting. I'm getting a very strong communication energy. So either a face-to-face meetup or just like a communication, like finally like reaching out a communication where both of you are going to just be open and talk to each other. Here is what I'm getting, Quattro. I've got the Six of Wands coming up here again, victorious. Both of the equation I'm getting victorious outcome coming up for you here. The only thing that I would say here is that be open and don't get defensive, or like try to be a little bit more calm, I would say. You might be tested, like you kind of can get a little bit annoyed, but try to like just maintain the calm, like just maintaining like being calm here is what I'm getting. So that's it I've got coming up for you here, Quattro. I hope it resonates. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Okay, Cinderella, I received that. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Asia. Okay, Asia, you can post your question whenever you are ready. No worries, take your time, Quadroom. Thank you, I truly appreciate that. Okay, so Sarif's feeling towards you. So it's quite interesting. I've got the same soulmate or twin flame energy coming up for you and Sharif here. Asia, I've also got childhood trauma and ego energy coming up here. So this is the major delay or the major challenge between you and Sharif. I'm working on building our future, not now. Be grounded in faith. Positive mindset brings abundance, patience, and strength. Okay, so I think he's working on himself here in the best way he can. Okay, so I'm not saying that he's slacking, which in a way, yeah, at least he's not work or he's not moving as fast as you do. Like the way that he's healing, the way that he's working on himself. Yeah, there might be slow process, but again, that is like the best that he could do, I would say here. So the major blockage or the major issue that I've got here is the trauma within himself as well as ego. I'm getting a very strong ego-based energy. Yes, he's definitely working on himself here. And I've got the not now energy comes up here. Even though he does feel he has a very strong feeling towards you, I've got you mean the world to me, I see my future with you here, but there is still like a trust issues coming up here, and then mask feeling or hidden feeling. So he's definitely like still struggling with expressing himself, struggling with being honest and being open with himself. I mean, like with his emotion and with his feeling. The reason why I've got the not now energy comes up here, because there is still a lot of things that he needs to be working on himself. Even though yes, he does work on himself, even though yes, there is a progress, I would say here. It's just that he's not doing that faster, I would say here. Like I can't really blame him, but even though I do wish that he could be working on a little bit more faster within his emotion, within all of these things that is going on with him. It's just that this is what he can do. This is like the best he could do, I feel. So this is why I feel that maybe not now. Not now. I mean, like now is not the best time for both of you to get back together. But he does have feeling towards you. I see my future with you, and then I've got you mean the world to me. I've got patience and strength, and then positive mindset brings abundance. I would say here, patience is definitely needed in this whole situation here, Asia, because the delay or the slow process, like the way that he's moving slowly here. And then I've also got positive mindset brings abundance coming up here. So with this positive mindset brings abundance, I feel like um, try to not think that he cannot be saved. I would say here it's just that try to have this positive mindset that yes, he's definitely going to change. Like he can change and he's definitely working on that. It's just that might be a little bit slow process, I would say here, coming up from him, Asia. So that's what's going on with Sharif. Let me know your second question. Um, did you post your second question, Asia? I didn't see that. Um, let me just refresh. Okay, here is option reliable to do business with. Yeah, I got it, Mom. There was So is this person reliable to do business with here? I've got the Ace of Wands. I would say yes. I've also got the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Magician. I would say yes because it's quite interesting. You're asking about business. I'm getting, like financial. I mean, like I'm getting money energy comes up here. So yes, this person is definitely reliable to do business. I've got the King of Pentacles energy comes up here. The King of Pentacles is quite mature energy, grounded energy, as well as someone with experience, especially when it comes into, not only when it comes into business, just like finances in general. Like I'm getting the energy of like financial analysis, like a very strong analysis energy is what I'm getting here. So I feel like this person could analyze, like when it comes I mean, like when it comes to the business, he could analyze that the financial aspect, like the general aspect of the business, like where to go and what to do here. So I feel like there is a lot of experiences that he has in the business I'm getting. I feel like yes, this is definitely going to bring you a lot of like stability and abundance coming up here as well with this nine of I mean with this nine of pentacles. Overall energy I'm getting here is yes, this person is quite reliable to do business. He has experience, I would say here, and I feel like he can help you towards your goal. He can help you towards not only like on your business itself, but also like in your personal finances goal, like for example like your manifestation, like your financial stability and everything on that here is what I'm getting. Let me see. And the Page of Pentacles. See, we are and money and Pentacles. So yes, this person is definitely going to be reliable. And with this Page of Pentacles, this is where, okay, is it buffering? Let me just wait a little bit. Okay, is it still buffering? It seems buffering on my hand. Okay, it's okay now. So as I was saying earlier here, he has a lot of experiences in terms of business. And I've also got the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles comes up here. Not only that he can help you in terms of business, which is going to bring like a victorious outcome and positive outcome coming up here, but it's also going to bring you balance when it comes into your business and balance when it comes into your finances here. And with this Page of Pentacles, this is like you are just like starting up your business, starting up to see where you need to go here. So in that way, he can definitely be helpful on that. So overall here, I would say yes, he's definitely like a reliable person to help with your business, to go, like to help you to go through your business here is what I'm getting, Asia. So that's what I've got. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. You're welcome. Who's next? HI. Okay, HI, you can post your question. Okay. I think this is also the new moon energy here. HI, like you're, I think you're also like getting affected strongly with the new moon energy here as well. But let's see. Yes, in a way, it's definitely related to the Cancer. I've got the Chariot coming up here, which is the Cancer. Yes, in a way, it's definitely related to that. But the major, I mean, like the main energy that I'm getting here, yes, it's related to Cancer, but it's just like a part of it, a part of the issue, I would say here, because I've got the the soul connection between both of you here is also a very strong connection to that. It's also like related to that here. But the first thing that I picked up here was a very strong of inner child energy coming up for you here, HI. So I feel like with this new moon energy here, at least for the next 1 week, I would say that you are focusing on healing your inner child issue. I won't say healing your inner child issue, but healing your inner child here. So healing, like any pain or any trauma or any past energy that from your past, specifically here from your childhood, I would say here, HI. So this is what you need to be focusing on here. I've also got a very strong healer energy and the page of soul. So I feel like try to focus more on your inner child here. You can just like look up on YouTube, search guided meditation or guided healing on inner child energy. It can be a little bit tiring, I would say here, if you heal about, I mean, like if you go into the inner child healing, you can just look up for like a sleep meditation, I would say here, which is like you can just like play it on the background while you're resting or while you're sleeping. So this is like this is like the major trigger, I would say here. And then I've also got the Two of Pentacles, which is where like you find it like a little bit hard to maintain balance within yourself. You're like trying to regain balance within yourself, like juggling everything here, and you're being advised to go with the flow. Flow, find an easier path forward, surrender to the outcome, release your expectation. So you need to release and surrender to the energy, especially with this inner child. I'm getting like focusing on your inner child first. You're going to see a lot of like at least more peace, I would say here, and much calmer, I would say here, after you do that. And then I've also got hope coming up for you here. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. So stay positive regarding the connection with you and Cancer. This is definitely going to happen. This is the Cancer energy, and this is the union between both of you here, which is definitely going to happen. I've got. It's just that with this hope energy here, the worst is behind you. Again, coming back to this past issue, past trauma. More specifically here is that inner child is what I'm getting coming up for you here, HI. So the worst is behind you is basically like you need to accept and make peace with that energy, I would say here. So that's what I've got coming up here. And then I've also got polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. So all of those negative emotion, I would say here, the sadness, the hopelessness, despair, and everything that you are feeling here, is basically telling you that there is something within yourself here that still need to be healed, still need to be working on here. So you also like need to like just take a few deep breaths, sit and then close your eyes here and ask yourself, are all of these energies, are all of this emotion coming up from me? Like is this mine originally? And then if you feel like much more calmer, like if you feel like much more in peace here, that means that most of those are just like you can be picking up from other people energy, which is just like triggering the already sadness, triggering the already like fear within yourself here, HI. So yeah, try to focus on your inner child. So at least for the next 1 week, I would say here. So that's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. You're welcome. All right, so let's see. Okay, crystal ray. The first thing that I've got coming up here, Crystal, is that try to limit the exposure. So I'm not sure what is going on here with Samar Berger and your son Mark Thompson, but I feel like there is like need to have a limit. Like there is a need of limit needs to be established. I would say here. So maybe like limiting in the instruction or limiting the exposure is what I'm getting here. I've got the Empress energy, which is your energy. I can definitely understand the concern that you have here, especially in like being a parent coming up here. But at this point of time, I would say here, like try to limit up the exposure. I've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords energy comes up here. I've also got the Six of Swords. So with this Page of Swords and the Page of Cups energy, I'm still getting that, how do I say it here? The Page of Cups and the Page of Swords is still not set. Like I don't see any type of commitment, or I don't see like any type of like a stability coming up here. So I feel like the way that your son is interacting with this person here, like might just be like kind of, how do I say it here? The Page of Swords says like one foot in and one foot out, and the Page of Cups says a little bit of childishness and immaturity, I would say here. So it's like both of this energy here can be a little bit clashing out towards each other. So limit the interaction and limit the exposure is what I'm getting. Oh, it says half brother. Okay, that kind of makes sense because I've got the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups coming up here. The Page of Swords here, which I feel like is your son energy, is like Yeah, like he can have the conversation. He can just like go and talk about this, but it's kind of like one foot in and one foot out. And then the page of cups energy coming up here, which I feel like this is the half brother here. The page of cups is a little bit of immaturity and childishness. I feel like the energy is just like not matching up towards each other. And yeah, it's just that maybe like limit things or like kind of like give them some time here. Limiting the energy is what I'm getting coming up. And I've also got the Queen of Pentacles coming up here with the Three of Pentacles. So with this energy, the Three of Pentacles and the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles here, I would say that try to watch over them. I would say here, try to watch over them. Okay, that's yeah. This is what I mean. With this Three of Pentacles energy comes up here, like try to watch over them. I feel like there is you need to be in the middle. I would say here because I keep getting this energy now. It's starting to make sense. So with this two energy comes up here, this Three of Pentacles, there is need to be watching over, I would say here, Crystal, that at least like watch over the time that both of them are spending together. I don't see any harmful situation happening though, but I feel like you just need to watch over them. Maybe like let's say for example like fight or just like unnecessary argument or like unnecessary fight could happen, or like maybe something like that. Even though I don't sense any harmful situation happening to your son, I feel like it's better to either limit the exposure or limit the interaction between both of them. And even if like it has to happen, like both of them to be together here, I feel like you need to be watching over them, or at least letting someone else to be in the middle. I would say here, having someone else, having a third person to be watching over them is what I'm getting coming up strongly. At least this is what I would suggest you to do like moving forward into the future. So far, I don't see any harmful situation happening though. I feel like just like limiting the exposure, limiting everything here, and having someone to be in the middle, I would say here, like watching over them and something like that is what I've got. Let me see. I've got the milestone coming up here. So at least for a time being, for a time being here, that having someone as like having a third person to like to oversee things is what I'm getting here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think yeah, I don't see any harmful situations though, but because you also heard that, and I keep getting that limit the exposure. Like we can never be safe. So try to not leave them alone though, because I keep getting that energy here. Like try to not leave them alone. Like try to have a third person in the middle, like whenever they are together, whenever they are together here, I would say. Yeah, I don't see any harmful situation, but just because you already heard stories like that as well, I feel like it's better for you to focus on the safety of your son as well. For you, so that's it for your reading here, Crystal. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. I'll definitely keep you and your son in prayers so nothing harmful happens, which I also don't get that, but I'm definitely going to send you a lot of prayers and protection as well. So let's see. Next is you're welcome. Okay, Janice. I think Janice posted the question. Okay, so how is your DM truly feel and when's the union? How is your DM truly feel and when is the union? Let's see. I'm getting a karmic situation coming up here, Jenny. So I feel like there is something that your DM is currently stuck with at this point of time. Here's some sort of like a karmic situation. This can be a third party situation. This could also just, like generally talking about negative situation or toxic situation surrounding their life is what I'm getting here. I've got soulmate or twin flame coming up here. This is a confirmation about the soul connection between both of you that I've got coming up here. And then I've also got I love you with you are my everything coming up here as well. So they do have feeling, like they do have feelings, they do have emotion towards you. They do love you, I would say here, and they do think highly about you. I've also got will you marry me coming up here as well. So there is also going to be a marriage coming up, and they also think about having a marriage and having a family with you here. I just feel like because of this karmic situation or some sort of like a karmic energy, karmic contract that they need to be dealing with at this point of time. I feel like this is why it may take a little bit some time here for things to just move quickly between both of you here, or things to just like take off between both of you at this point of time here, Janice. And then I've also got religious and spiritual factors with I wish I could talk to you right now. The communication might have been a little bit struggle here and there here, but they do want to talk to you. But like I said, this karmic situation like this, like there's definitely some kind of like a delay, I would say here, happening to them. And I don't think that they are awakened just yet, or as awakened as fully you are. They do understand that there is some sort of like a connection between both of you, but they might not know that this is a strong soulmate connection or this is a strong twin flame connection, but they are not blind to that as well. Like they do feel that is what I'm getting. Let me see for the time frame for the union. Of course, the union is definitely going to happen, which is both of you coming back together here, forming up a happy home, happy family, happy relationship here. And I've got the number 10 coming up quite strongly. I'm getting number 10 and then the late fall energy, I would say here, late fall to the beginning of winter. So it may take up until that time by the earliest. It also may take 10 weeks to 10 months or the month of October is what I'm getting here. I've got the sun card, and yeah, the beginning of winter is what I'm getting coming up strongly. The union is definitely going to happen. I've got the sun energy comes up here. Yeah, I can definitely understand how you feel. I would suggest, like try to send them healing and guidance. More specifically, here is courage. Just send them the courage, and yeah, they are a little bit of ungrounded energy at this point of time here. So just send them courage and healing specifically here onto the root chakra is what I'm getting. So next one here is all right, Cinderella's papercraft. Could you please push your question? You're welcome, Janice. What is the future connection with Taurus looking like? Let's see. I think the communication is going to improve. I would say here with this Ace of Swords energy, honestly, clarity and like communication energy is going to be picking up here, because at this point of time with this Hermit energy I'm getting here, I do feel like the Taurus might have some struggle. I would say here, or might have some, yeah, some struggle, or just like some struggle and not comfortable about opening up themselves, and like opening up themselves, like speaking out the truth here is what I'm getting coming up here, Cinderella. And then I've also got the Nine of Cups energy comes up here. I feel like the connection will definitely be looking good for both of you. Like I'm getting a lot of wish fulfillment energy coming up here as well. A very strong wish fulfillment energy, and equal work is also another thing that I've got here. So I feel like both of you will have a priority on like what will have a priority, as well as a mutual respect towards each other is what I'm getting coming up here. Let me see what else. It's looking good. I'm also getting like a strong sexual energy coming up here. So sexual energy, passion, as well as honesty and clarity, communication energy is what I'm getting coming up here as well. Let's see what else there. I've got Ten of Cups coming up here as well. So looking good for the future connection between you and Taurus. I've got the Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family, happy relationship. Wow, three aces coming up for you here. So looking good. I feel like things for the future for both you and the Taurus connection will definitely be good. I've also got the Ten of Wands coming up here, which is talking about a little bit of feeling overwhelmed and feeling overburdened. I feel like both of you may have some baggages from the past here, Cinderella. Both of you may have some baggages from the past, like yeah, like pain or trauma from the past here, which both of you need to let go of here as well, which both of you need to let go first here. Yeah, it won't last. See, this is why I've got the Ten of Wands energy comes up here. I feel like there is going to be a lot of like honesty, and like the communication is to be open up here, as well as both of you need to let go of the burden. But both of, I mean, like things are definitely going to work out well for both of you into the future. Um, thank you so much for your donation. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I've got a cake, and then all right. Let's see your question. Cake I've got here. What is Michael planning to do? And messages. Okay, what is Michael planning to do? And messages on what he feels. So, what does Michael want you to know, and what does he wants to say here? I've got you are my everything, and then I've got will you marry me coming up here. I've got I love you. So this is what he wants you to know. I would say here that he does have a very strong feeling towards you. He does love you, and he would like to, like be with you here. I've also got self-love, work on inner self coming up here with working on building the future. So I feel like at this point of time here, he's also like working on building himself up, building the future, both of you. But more specifically, he's just like working on himself, working on building up himself here, which is also what he would like you to do here as well. Here, focusing on yourself. And at this point of time here, with this self-love energy, I feel like he's more focusing on himself. He's more focusing on like emotional healing, self-love is what I'm getting coming up here. I've also got trust in the divine timing, and then I've got the not now. Now, even though I've got the not now energy, does not mean that it's never going to happen. It's just that it may seems to be happening a little bit slow than you expecting it to be, I would say here. So a little bit of like a slow moving energy, or at least like patient, is definitely something that 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 you need, I mean, here. And then I've also got, I know I made a mistake here. So this is part of him realizing, like he hasn't been really a good person overall. This is also a way of him wanting to apologize with you. And then another thing that I've got coming up here is that angels of all direction working on your behalf, as well as positive mindsets brings abundance. Even though it might not be happening as fast as you're expecting it to be here, Cake, but patience and strength is definitely needed, because eventually eventually both of you are definitely going to be together. Both of you are definitely going to have a family, and well, I think it's breaking up. Let me just, is it breaking up or is it okay? I think it was breaking up a little. Okay, I hope it's okay now. So yeah, this is what I'm getting here. Angels of four direction working on your behalf, and positive mindset brings abundance. Is it okay now, or still breaking up? Okay. So even though it may take a little bit some time here, Cake, what he wants you to know here is that to be patient and believe and trust onto the universe is what I'm getting here. Trust onto the divine, because even though now is not the right time, but it's eventually going to happen, when I've got marriage coming up here for both of you, and he does love you, does think highly of you here, is what I'm getting. And the reason why it's not now, I mean, like the reason why it may take some time here, I've got self-love coming up here. So I feel like it's more like he needs to be focusing on himself. He needs to be, like focusing on himself, focusing on healing himself here and transforming within himself here. Okay. So this is the messages that I've got coming up from him. Let's see what he's planning to do. I've got the Ten of Cups coming up here, and the Eight of Pentacles. So he's definitely coming towards you. I've got the Three of Wands coming up here, and then I've also got the Fool energy comes up here as well. So this three energy is basically him making his way towards you, taking up the leap of faith, and finally like, okay, this is it. Like I want to move forward, and I want to, like approach her. So this is what he's planning to do here, approaching you, and like basically making his way towards you here, making his way towards you here is what I'm getting. Like I said before, a very strong marriage and family energy is also another thing that I picked up coming up here with this ten of cups. And then I've also got the Eight of Pentacles here. So this is what I mean with him, like working on himself, working on building up himself here, working on the maturity within, I mean, like being mature and being grounded within himself. Overall energy here that he's definitely going to come towards you, and the relationship itself is going to be of a victorious outcome and a positive outcome here. Let me pull a time frame. I've got the marriage and the union energy comes up here as well with this Four of Wands. I've got the number 7 coming up here as the time frame. 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months from now. I feel like 7 weeks to 7 months from now is going to be quite significant for you here, Cake. So that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your donation. And thank you so much for being patient. And now I'm going to do the free reading. And Sachi, no, I'm not even sure how Google Pay works. I'm definitely going to check on that and see how it works, because honestly I have no idea how it works. So far I only have PayPal, but I promise I'll look into it and see if I can have it. Okay, so let's start with Star. Right, so let's see. So for those of you who are waiting for the free reading, please kindly post your question, and um, please do not spam the chat, and do not retract your question, because I'm going based by like on the top. So I really appreciate that. Okay. So Olivia told you that she no longer wants to do that. Let's see what kind of message I got. The first thing that I've got when I read the question, I've been wanting to tell you here, is that a little bit of a denial energy is what I'm getting coming up from Olivia here, Star. And I've also got victim mentality. So the denial and the victim mentality is going hand in hand, which I feel that she's still, how do I say it here? She has this tendency to be blaming herself on, like, for, I won't say for everything, but she has this tendency that she feels that she's not deserving it. She feels that she's not good enough. And this is what make her feel that, and this is what making her to be like pushing everyone away from everyone away from her life, because of this victim mentality energy, because she feels that she's not, I won't say that she's cursed, I mean, like, she feels that she's cursed some way or somehow here, that she couldn't really maintain a stability within her life here. So there's a lot of self-blaming and self-guilt, like she's kind of like, I won't say self-sabotaging, but in a way it could go in, I mean, like, it may seem in that way, but she just has a lot of things that she needs to fix within herself here. But most of the important thing here is that she feels she does not deserve to be in love. She does not deserve to be with you. She's not good enough, like, you deserve better, like, all of those stuff is what making her pushing you away. So I feel like just give her some time here, because she needs to fix this. I'm getting a very strong sacral chakra blockage, or yeah, sacral chakra blockage, sacral chakra unbalance, which is where the insecurity and self-confidence and self-esteem issue is what I'm getting here. I would suggest, like, I'm not sure if she is open to healing and in emotional healing. If she is, you can suggest her to look up into the sacral chakra guided meditation. If not, you can just like try to send her healing and prayers on the sacral chakra. So let's see. Who else? How does Marcus feel towards you? Tarot. Okay, please kindly do not retract your question. If you retract your question, and like, it's just going to keep pushing. I mean, like, it's just going to keep pushing you down. So I can't do anything on that. So please kindly do not retract your question. So let's see, how does Marcus feel? I've got be grounded in faith. So he does want you to, like, stay optimist and be grounded in faith. Here, I would say, I've got self-love, work on inner self. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong connection earlier, but I'm just going to see. I've got will you marry me, and then I've got be grounded in faith. I've got soulmate and twin flame, and then I've got a karmic situation. So I feel like there might be some sort of like a karmic situation, or just a delay in overall energy, I would say here. Like, karmic situation does not necessarily have to be a third party. It could be like, for example, like a toxic friend, toxic family members here, which is just delaying his progress, delaying his progress and delaying his journey. I've got will you marry me coming up here, and be grounded in faith. So this is how he feels towards you here. Let's see. Okay, Jojo, let me check on that. Yeah, I've got you. Jojo, just give me a minute. I'm going to do a couple more, and then do yours. Divine Goddess, love reading. Interesting. I've got the Kinder partnership coming up here, which is a very, very strong soul connection and happy success. So you're basically being advised to stay optimist, to be optimist here, divine goddess. There's definitely going to be a lot of happiness and success coming up here for your uh, for your for your love life, is what I'm getting coming up. coming up here. And then I've also got in the partnership, so a very strong soulmate connection here, a very strong soul connection. So whatever situation at this point of time in your love life here with this optimism energy, be optimist. You're definitely going to get the happiness and success coming up for your relationship wise. Okay, let's see. Sunrise, Marie, what is delaying the connection? Let's see. I'm getting a little bit of ego-based energy here, and the Five of Pentacles is feeling hopeless and like you're feeling hopeless and being like being left out in the cold. I feel like OC here is having some sort of like a feeling hopeless with certain situation in his life here, in their life, I mean. And then I've also got a little bit of ego-based energies who are delaying the connection between OC and you. Okay, Laura Kinney, did you meet your divine counterpart here? I'm getting a strong water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I feel like your partner here or your divine counterpart may have a very strong water sign within with them, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and there might be a little bit of an age gap coming up as well. Salma, I can't understand what you wrote, so if you could actually post the question in English, I would really appreciate that. And then Sachi, how does Virgo feel so far with you? How does Virgo feel about you? I've got released the anger. I wish I could talk to you right now. So this Virgo actually wants to talk to you, but they are not, how do I say it here? They are kind of hesitant about this because I feel like for some reason they might think that you are still angry with them, or you, I won't say you hate, I won't say that they think you hate them, but I'm getting like a very strong anger energy coming up here. So for some reason I feel like they think that you are angry with them or you don't want to hear from them here. This is what kind of like making them hesitation to come towards you or to communicate with you, even though they want to be communicating with you here, Sachi. Kelly, yeah, it's $5. I've already put up the already put up on the blue screen after the pin message. Okay, Jojo, let's see your question. All right, Jojo, now this is your reading. Will you and him get back together? Should you reach out or wait for her to contact you? Okay, so let's see. You're welcome, Laurie. Okay, Jojo, I'm not sure if you are here, but let me just put the okay, will you and Kim get back together? I've got yes, both of you are going to get back together here, but I feel like it may take a little bit some time here. I've got the Ace of Wands, I've got the Empress, and then I've got the Six of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting a little bit of distance energy coming up for you here. For here, I mean, like I'm getting a little bit of distance coming up for you here, Jojo. So this could be a physical distance, could also be like an emotional distance. Both of you are definitely going to get back together. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of slow process, I would say here, or at least going to be taking a little bit some time coming up here. I've also got the Empress energy and the Ace of Wands energy comes up here. There's definitely going to be a new beginning coming up between both of you. Let me see what is the delay. It may take a little bit some time here. I've got a tower movement coming up here, so I feel like this person came here. I feel like there is a lot of things that they need to face within themselves here, because this tower movement is coming up quite strongly. I feel like they might have, like some trauma or some pain that they need to heal within themselves here, which is why the tower energy comes in coming up here. But eventually, yes, both of you are going to get back together. I've got the sun card coming up here, and a little bit of feeling trap, I would say here. I won't say feeling stuck. So I feel like the main challenge or the main delay at this point of time here is that coming out from your person, that for some reason they are feeling trapped or they're feeling stuck within themselves here. Like there are a lot of healing that they need to be going through here. And another thing here is that I've got the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. So both of you are coming up from a feminine energy. One person is coming up from a little bit of unbalanced feminine energy here, which is Kim. And the unbalanced feminine energy here is what making Kim, I would say here, feeling ungrounded and kind of like back and forth energy, and just like overall like ungrounded energy is what I'm getting. This is why the delay comes in here. Like this is why, like it may take a little bit some time for that to happen. I'm going to pull a time frame. Let's see. I've got the star energy comes up here. I'm getting the number 1717. I'm also getting a very strong late January coming up here. So it may take up until late January next year. So beginning of next year. The number 17 is coming up quite strongly. So 17 of July can be quite significant, or 17 days from now can be also quite significant. Let's see whether you should reach out or wait for her to contact you. Okay, so I checked on both occasions what will happen if you reach out and what will happen if you wait for her to reach out here. So overall energy that I've got coming up here is that the Three of Swords, which is feeling heartbroken and feeling sadness, which is what I feel like you are currently feeling at this point of time. I've also got the Emperor now. This is where, like when I did your reading the first time here, I've got the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, which is where the unbalanced energy coming up here, because both of you coming up from almost the same energy. But now I'm getting the Emperor coming up here. So there's definitely going to be a transformation coming up here, where both of you are going to be like equal and similar energy, matching up energy here. Now, if you reach out to her here, I feel like it's going to take some time for her to reply back to you or to communicate with you, because with this Four of Cups energy here, I'm getting a very strong delay energy comes up here. Like she would just rather sit on the message and on the communication rather than replying quickly. So it may take some time for her to reply back or for her to communicate with you here. And I've also got the High Priestess energy, which is trusting up your intuition and following up your intuition. I feel like if you want to reach out to her here, trust your intuition and listen to your intuition when is the right time here, as well as patience is definitely also something that is needed. And if you wait for her to contact you, I've got the Eight of Wands and then I've got the Four of Wands coming up here. The Eight of Wands energy is basically talking about things are definitely going to be taking off, and then the Four of Wands is talking about, like a union between both of you. So things are going to be moving forward much, much faster, I would say here, if you wait for her to contact you. But again, like I said, it may take a little bit some time for that to happen. But I feel like when he contacts you here, she's going to be more open, and the communication and everything is just going to pick up quite naturally here between both of you. Here is what I'm getting, Jojo. So that's what I've got coming up for you. Thank you so much for your donation. And thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so let's see. I think I did until Sachi, right? Okay, what's coming up for Manishka in Korea? You're welcome, Jojo. I appreciate it as well. Let's see. What's coming up for Korea? So I've got the Ace of Cups coming up here. I'm not sure if you're working at this point of time or not here, Manishka. I'm getting a little bit of anxious or just like feeling a little bit of anxiety coming up here. So there might be something going on related to your career or related to your work situation that kind of like make you feel anxious or make you just like kind of like a little bit of anxiety. But with this Ace of Cups energy, I feel like with your career this month of July, you're going to hear or you're going to get something that is not only going to help you with your finances here, but also going to give you the like a emotional fulfillment, I would say here coming up for you here, Manishka. So that's what I've got. So then let's see who else here. Amani, how should you break up with Eric? So with this hermit energy comes up here, I feel like you need to be just like be open and tell this person that like you want to break up or you want to way out, because with this hermit energy and the Four of Pentacles energy here, the more that you just keep everything within yourself, it's not going to be helpful for both of you either way. So it's like more into like open up, like just say that okay, this is it, like I want to be focusing on myself, or what is the reason for you to break up here, and just be open, like be open and be honest, like clearing up everything, because the Six of Swords says that if you want to move forward into a much more stable situation, at least don't carry the baggages from the situation or from the relationship. Coming clean, I would say here, is what I'm getting. Let's see who else here. Salma, what is going on with Salsa? I'm getting a very strong feeling regretful and feeling guilty energy coming up here. I feel like there is something that they are not feeling good about here. A lot of regretful and guilty energy as well as self-blaming energy is what I'm getting coming up here. Salma. Let's see. Okay, Live Love, I would really appreciate if you could tell me who you are referring to, because there are so many they out there. It will be helpful for me to get to you more accurately if you let me know who you were actually referring to. Bella, when will Capricorn reach us? I've got the number 3 coming up here. Bella, anytime between 3 days, 3 weeks to 3 months from now. Maximum, I would say here, beginning of winter. So that's it for the free question. For those of you who are still would like to have a free reading before I closed it out, please post the question. And Malapali, you can also post your question, please. Okay, how does our cat 20? So I've got religious and spiritual factors coming up. Yeah, I've got release your past, learn from it. I feel like they do have some issues with their past or trying to heal from their past here, which is why I've got religious factors or spiritual factors here, cat, which I feel like they might not be really healed yet, or they might not really be awakened yet, I would say here. Anita, what are Cancer person current feelings towards you? I've got I love you coming up here and explore your creative side. So they do love you. I've got this is how they feels, and then I've got self love here. They are working on themselves and they would like you to be like focusing on yourself as well, Anita. Okay, so let's see, Mal. Where's my question? What is the future for you and the Gemini living together? Yes, both of you are going to be living out together. I've got the lovers energy coming up here, like both of you are meant to be together here, as well as I'm getting a very strong new beginning energy coming up for you here, Ma. Like I said, the death energy and the lovers energy. So both of you are definitely meant to be together, and both of you will be together here. This is the future for both of you, and then I'm also getting the Six of Swords energy, like moving forward into a much more like stable situation. So yeah, I do see that both of you will be living out together, both of you will be together, like moving out together here is what I'm getting. And whatever, I've got the 10 of Wands coming up here, feeling a little bit of overwhelmed or feeling a little bit of burden, or yeah, overwhelmed, a little bit of burden is what I'm getting coming up here, but it's definitely going to end as well, like all of this overwhelm and burden energy coming up here, where balance is definitely going to be restored, and the 9 of Cups energy coming up here, like the wish fulfillment energy. So yes, both of you are definitely going to be together and living out together. Let me pull a time frame. Let's see if I can get it. I've got the number 3 coming up here. Beginning of winter is coming up quite strongly. I've also got the number 7. So late fall to beginning of winter, the number 7 is coming up quite strongly. So I feel like maybe 7 months from now, I would say here, the number 7 is coming up quite strong. So that's what I've got. Anita, I just answered your question. The free question is only one question without any follow up. So I appreciate that, your understanding. Whoever comes out, come Cameron Gold. Whatever comes up, I've got, I do have a stability coming up. Yes, some sort of like an offer or stability offer comes up, but I'm getting like a little bit of immaturity energy, childish energy. Could also be some kind of like an age gap or energy gap between both of you here, Cameron. But I do get like an stability offer comes up here. Um, Channel messages from, say, Ashwini, channel messages from Amit. I've got I love you, and then I've got release your past, learn from it. I feel like like they're still trying to heal, and they're still trying to like let go of some sort of like a family issue, family upbringing, which may still need some time for them. I would say here, because I feel like because I've got the time is not right at this point of time. So I feel like there are some things that they need to be fixing out within themselves. There is what I'm getting. Um, will Kelly, will Evan reach out to talk? So let's see. Yes, I've got yes directly coming up here. Yes, Evan will reach out to talk. And lastly, here is okay, love life, and then love light, and then Jade's club. So that's the two last people, and then I'm going to close up the live reading. Messages from Pisces. Love light. I've got communication blockage, and I've got will you marry me. So I feel at this point of time here there is some sort of like communication blockage happening between you and the Pisces. Feel love like, so the communication is the main issue, and then I've got will you marry me coming up here. And then I've got Jade's cloud. How does O feel about you? I've got anger coming up here, I've got soulmate or twin flame. So for some reason I've got there is a soul connection between you and O here, Jade's Cloud. And I've also got anger. So I feel like they might be a little bit angry, or they might think that you are still angry with them, and they hope that like you could be like you could release the anger is what I'm getting here. So, hi Gerard, I'm so sorry, but it's been late for me. I needed to, have some food and eat. But don't worry, I'm going to do another live reading around 9 or 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, and then another one here also at night. So I will have two more live readings that I will be doing, so you can, join that. So I'm so sorry. The free and the donation reading is closed. And thank you so much, everyone join in for the free reading and for being patient. I truly appreciate all the on, probably like around 12 or 13 hours from now. I will post the schedule as well. And yeah, have a good day or good night, whatever you are. Stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.